What up, everybody? This is Be Young at Be Young Be Fit, and today I'm here to teach you my 5 favorite Bosu exercises.
Be young, be fit, it's a lifestyle.
None of it is lit. We run and we live, and we train with a purpose. Be young and be fit.
The Bosu ball is one of my favorite pieces of exercise equipment. They're pretty much found in every gym across the country, but usually they're off in the corner collecting dust, no one's using them, or even if someone is using them, they're usually not using it properly. When we talk about training with a purpose, the Bosu ball is the definition of that. Everything we do with the Bosu, whether it's squatting or push-ups or any exercise, there's an element of instability, which forces you to use your core. And if you remember in one of our previous videos, we talked about core as one of the criteria for most efficient exercise. So before we get started with my 5 favorite Bosu exercises, I want to talk a little bit about progression, because we had talked about this in previous videos, but I love the Bosu because it's easy to modify for a beginner level and an advanced level. So let's jump right into it. My first exercise that I love to do is a side squat. So a beginner side squat on a Bosu will look like this. I'm going to put one foot on the Bosu and I'm going to squat down. So using the Bosu adds range of motion, and it's almost like a deficit squat, and I would do both sides. Again, this would be a beginner level side squat. And then we can easily add a dynamic version for an advanced move and go side to side here. Almost like a jump squat. Still landing soft, still bending the knees, staying low, but definitely a more advanced version. So the second Bosu exercise that I love to do is called a deficit split squat. So in this exercise, I'm gonna put my back foot right on the center of the Bosu, and I'm gonna drop straight down. Okay, I'm thinking elevator, not escalator on this exercise, straight down, straight up. Obviously both legs, same thing. And as we talked about, the progression on this one is really easy. You actually just change your foot position. So instead of the back foot being on the Bosu, you're gonna put your front foot on the Bosu. But right away, you can see that this is much more challenging for balance, which also is forcing me to use my core much more than the back lunge. This is an advanced move right here. The third exercise that I love to do on the Bosu is a deficit push-up. So this is taking an exercise that many feel like is an easy exercise, which is a modified push-up from your knees, and this makes it hard again, because now we're increasing the range of motion by elevating your knees. And if this is still easy, you can always progress to a full push-up, and maybe even single leg. So this gives us a lot of ways to modify depending on your fitness level. So the next 2 exercises are actually exercises that I've been teaching for a long time, all the way back to the days when I taught Bosu core. The first exercise is an exercise that I named drop and pops. And drop and pop looks like this. We're gonna start with our hands on the ball in a squatting position. You're gonna drop out into a plank, find your balance, all fours high, popping back up to that squat. Okay, so again, it's out, drop, and pop. Now if that's too hard or too advanced for you, then what we're gonna do is just dissect the exercise a little bit and get down and just do the Superman portion of it. So you're gonna find your balance point on the ball, all fours high, and back down to the floor. High, and back down. And when you get more comfortable with that exercise and gain confidence, then you can add the pop to the drop. The last exercise I call a reverse burpee. A reverse burpee looks like this. We're gonna sit down on the ball, find your balance point, extend out, squeeze in, stand up just like a burpee. Hands to the sky and jumping up. So again, it's down, out, in, and up. Down, out, in, and up. And one of the most challenging things about that is every time you stand up and sit down again, you gotta refine that balance point. So if that's too hard, just take it back a step. What you're gonna do is just find your balance point here, and we're gonna do what I call a double crunch. So extend out, and squeeze in. This variation doesn't force you to refine your spot every time, and there's not as much of a cardio element because you're not getting up and down. So that's good for beginners. Thank you for watching our video today, Fit Fam. Go do these exercises and give us feedback. We want to know, what are the exercises that you want to learn more about? What are the pieces of exercise equipment that you want to learn more about? Let us help you live a happier and healthier life.